Hi guys, Mark from the RCPatapouf in France, and today we have here the KKPI from KRS, and this is the 1K K1SCE V2. We also get from that the truggy versions on the same platform. That means 330mm wheelbase at 1/10 scale truggy. It's like the Lousy Tenacity truggy, a size which I really like. I really prefer that than the Rustlers. I really find that most of the 1/10 scale truggy are too small. So I think it's going to be a cool truck as a truggy. You also get a buggy in this version. This means a super light 1/8 scale buggy with 70mm wheel hub, with just buggy bumpers and the ring like on the truggy. I will show you that in another video. I have the truggy here. I don't take the buggy. I have no interest at the buggy, but at the shortcuts in the truggy I has really interest. First, as I see that, I find the V1 with the 6061 alloy everywhere. I find it cool because we have a really many setup we had back in a time which disappears, and now we have it again. We have also cool solution for the wiring. We have also cool washers for the body. It's not a big deal, but no one make that for us, but they do it. So I'm wondering, what is this quality, what is this brand? So I take it. I already had from KKPI springs for the Obao Hyper 8SC here somewhere, and for the Hyper MTE from Obao. They also make tires for 1/8 scale buggy, who are really great quality. The rubber is soft, the former is really great. I like the rims on it, and that's why I think when I see the truck, okay, I will give them a chance. I will buy one even if I not knows it. So I put it in my wallet, want to pay, and then the seller in China tell me, oh, the V1 is no more on the market, you can only get the V2 with higher in price. So I find KKPI Europe, and in Europe I have the chance that a French shop is KKPI Europe. So I mail the guy and he tell me no issue, I can get it for less money that you can get it in China. Wow! And I was impressed, and really the price here is about 330-350 euros. That is 150 euro less than the Tenacity, also than the Techno SC 0.3. We want to see what happens with the new Techno SC. And there is also another brand like Intec, who makes such like shortcuts. So I'm maybe gonna take that one also. A buddy of mine has the Techno 410.3, so we'll have the whole range for what you get actually for competition shortcuts, because suddenly we not have any more choice. I see Timesso comes back also with a 4x4 shortcut, so maybe I'm gonna take that also because I love the Timesso. So to the truck, you can choose two different body. That was not the body I choose, but I become that one. It's not a big deal. I try to get the other one anyway, because I really prefer the form from the other one. It's something a little bit different than what we used to see in shortcuts. This one is bright, is flat, and it's a Toyota Tundra. It's even branded in the body. Underneath the Lexan feels awesome, great. Look at this. I had many Lexan body in the hands, but this one is a little bit different. It's special. I can tell you what is up with this plastic. It's not really just Lexan. It's a little bit different, but it's super flex, and it's not also too heavy, because this is a really big body. So I have ordered that profile of tires, but there was no available, so I become the mini pins. It's also right for the track. It feels like it was Proline caliber. It's smooth, and the form is like there, just top quality. You have to glue it, don't forget to glue it. We have offset rims, that's also something you not get many time on short course. You have the choice for 4 different rims, normally for 4 different types of tires, and you have the choice of alloy shock tires or carbon shock tires. We have alloy shocks with plastic caps. I was expected to get alloy caps, but if they hold on, it's not going to be an issue. You have a Superflex rear bumper who is able, look at this, you remember a brand who make something like that, they named Impact Bumper, so you can take the hits without braking. Want to see what happened on the track. The front bumper and the rear bumper really looks like the Traxxas Slash, or no, the Lowe's is different here, and I really like the design. We also have this big oval lash here who is flex enough, also even the other way, that's good. Suspension out from the box is setting for track. It's really hard underneath, but you can go soft over. I just missed the oil from one shocks. I have no leak but no oil. The other one is fine, the background are fine, not a big deal also. So 70-75 shock towers I take, front rear. The chassis is also that one, and what I like is that we have integrate skid plates to the chassis, to the bumpers. That's something no other brand does in 1/10 scale. You can change the ESC laydown, you can change the battery sideways laydown. That's important for the weight distribution. If you have a too light motor, you have to put the battery more in the center. If you have a too heavy motor, you can go outside with the battery to compensate, to decide the way you land. Many people love to land on all 4 corners, but I also see many competition guys landing a little bit on the left or right side to land softer for the transmission. That's also nice. I try it, it's really cool. The screws feels fine, 10.9. The alloy feels fine. The plastics are soft and flex. Also on the air arms, I hope that is not too flex, because if it's too flex on impact it will destroy here at the X's. The X holder are also here, the pin holder, sorry, alloy. You have a traditional C-hub forget the name front and the steering. You have, of course, on all corner counter strong. You have 6 CVDs, and the CVDs are laying outside. That means you have on the whole truck the same bearings, and it looks like the bearing, it's not everywhere the same size. We have in the center the stock 1/8 scale bearing, that is pretty cool. We have a little bit smaller here, but the X are only 5 mm. That means we have big bearings, and that also seems to be the same on the wheel hubs. We will see that when I disassemble the truck. I'm gonna change the oil because you become really fluid oil in all 3 differential. I'm gonna let fluid in the rear. I'm gonna put harder in the middle and harder in the front, because I don't like when I hit the throttle that the front wheel spins out, especially out from a turn, and I have heavy turn, and on one side I really not like when the inner tire just blows up because of all the power goes in there. So I prefer to have a little bit more stiff front reaction, like on a on-road car on my short cross. You can change at 6 points the camber and toy links. You can change at 2 points at the wheel, 3 points in the rear. You can change the ride height on the wheel hubs. And what is really cool here, you can change the ride height in the arms. That's pretty cool. You have on all 4 shocks here short covers, and that's really cool. You have on the whole car a nice and out-fingered wire lay down. Here you can put, you become with the car you get, you not become, you get an additional wire, because they know many ESC has short wires, so you can just unplug the wire, put 4 screws away, put the ESC away. You also have a lay down here for the on-off nuts. You have a big radio box, you have servo mounted in there with a direct servo way for the wire to go in the box. So you also have just to put 4 screws away to get away with the servo and with the receiver, 2 screws for the motor. Center diff has a fast way to going on it. You just have to put 4 screws away, put the center diff out. In rear and front I also think we have a fast way to go on the differential, but I have to try this. We're gonna take a look at the small tiny piece of paper they give us with. You have no manual here, just have this paper. For me it's enough. It's a competition car, it's not for beginner, so it's really easy for me to understand that. Maybe they will do better with the time, or if you ask you can get better something. No, there is no fast way to go in differential here. You have to unscrew 4 screws underneath and 4 in the back to get at the differentials here. You become sticker sheet for the paint job from the body, and also basically Toyota here sticker sheet. That's really nice. I love it. I don't know what I'm gonna make as a paint job. If I'm going to go just something easy, or if I want to do something more sophisticated here. And perhaps I also gonna drive it with an unbreakable body, not with the stock body. I become with the truck. Get with the truck, not become. It's because of the German. In German, bekommen is to get, and I know in any time I make this mistake, in English become is to be. I get rear and front irons, and I also become here a shirt cover to put over that all. Center main gear is made from plastic, module 1. I really like it. I don't care if you don't like it, I like it. It's noiseless. I really like the plastic gear. It's easy to change, it's not costful. If something goes in transmission, you just kill the main gear and not the motor. That's why I love that. You can change also the Ackerman plate anchoring, and you really have all you need to change the whole setup for truck. You also get different angles for the pins, 1 degree, 2 degree, 5 degrees. You get 2 different set of piston for front and rear. The body mounts are really super flex, and we're gonna see what happened with that on the truck. And this, it's not a big deal, but look at this. That's something I expect from many other brands. A real fat body mount here to not just many cases we become just that one with a little pin underneath and a pin over there. Some brands made us some small from that one, but they do overkill. But we don't become the same size for put over the body. I will do it myself, it's clear. That's not a big deal. Many from us made that all from themselves. But a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, and in the end you have a truck who is absolutely complete. You have also here some, I will put you the tires away, because you become something other with the truck. Look at this. Which brand give you a such cool tool to put the wheels apart? You also have 12mm hex alloy. You can change here the setups, in the height the setups. The CVD and the pins are really laying nice in there. Even at full compression or full down, they do not hit the drive cups. That's something I like. Many brands make that mistake. Even the last time we see that more and more and more, and they do not do this error. You also have here screw. If you put that away, you can feel some grease directly between the bearings, because in competition many guys put away the nylon flange from the bearings in the hub, so they can just put grease in there to have an easy maintenance, and every time enough grease in the bearing or oil. Many competition guys uses oil because it's more fluid than grease. I drive fat off-road, so I prefer to go for grease. Are you correctly in place? Nope. So, yes. Motor-wise, for the weight, that's something I don't really appreciate. It's the Losi. The Losi is a heavy weight, and in 3S heavy weight, it's the weight from a light buggy, 1/8 kilo. It's a little bit too much for me. It's not something I really like. I also see that many competition truck has really tiny 52 motors length. We drive for fun 36, 70 motors or 74 motors, and we also can go to what we want. And as if we can get this truck under 3 kilograms, I will put 3S system in. If not, I go to 4S. I have something special here. Novak make back in the time a true 3400 kV motor who was stock able to take 4S. It was for 14.8 volt nickel metal high drive, not for LiPo, but we can handle it. Okay, I know he needs some amp, but I have one here, a Novak 6.5 3400 kV, and I will put this one in with 3S, with the Hobbywing SE, with the turbo timing on, and I will see what happens. And I really think I'm gonna be happy with that. I don't like too short motors for heavyweight cars. I really think that one would be is a great choice for that type of size. I also have the Castle 1450. It's also a good choice, 2400 kV. Really powerful motors. For options, you're surely gonna get the alloy shock caps. You can have red alloy shock towers, red alloy motor mounts. You can get alloy top plate here, carbon top plate, red colored alloy top plate, also Ackerman plate, also chassis braces and all that stuff. You can really customize your truck, and that's all thing by the brand himself, and that's great. Of course you have sway bars front and rear from different types. I was expected something so light. I really think when I see the picture the truck would be so heavy than the Losi, but it's really lighter because they everywhere put some plastics away, and we only can talk about it when you have drive it, if this is a good choice to put all this plastic away, if the plastic is good quality or not. I have a really good feeling with the steels. I want to see what happened with the drive cups and the pins. The shocks feels good. So I hope that we're gonna get no breakdowns. I also not gonna bash this car. It's not a car made for bashing. I'm gonna drive it easy on my homemade track here. It's a small track. It's a short course. Short course is a small track. So we gotta see what happens. I'm gonna present you also the truggy and I want that truggy because I want the Tenacity truggy, the red with the white rims, but it's no more available, so I buy the tires and I buy the KKP truggy, so I'm gonna make myself a red body with the white rims from the Lousy, because I really like the look it has. Not immediately, I have really much work to do before. I have to test many trucks, I have to unbox curtain lines, I have to mount the Tenacity SCT, the LC Racing truggy, I have to drive my 2 Lousy LMT, and I have to drive the LC Racing monster truck. I have to drive 1/10 scale on-road cars. I also have here a car for the Tamiya Euro Cup. I'm gonna drive in one race just for fun. I have prepared myself because the Tamiya Euro Cup is really slow. The 2200 kV motor in 2S. It's so I make for me the TB04 Pro version I get from a subscriber here, with a cool Cadillac body on it, painted by a buddy of mine. And this one has 6000 kV and that's rocks. I'm gonna drive this one 2S, maybe even if I have big track 3S. I have to make videos about this Summit. I have some for a subscriber to pimp up this Summit. I have everywhere cars in my room here to show you, to drive. I have different setup to test on the Porsche FG and the BMW FG, and I have another one-road truck with 16S. I have 2 X-Maxes with totally different setups here. Castle 7070, 1650 kV, smaller tires. Here I have the Hobbywing 1100 kV motor with heavier stuff in there. And we have really bad weather here since a month. We have mud, snow, water and really cold temperatures, really not cool for the plastics. I have the Raminator here with 2 brushless motors. So you have to wait until I can show you that car running. Bye guys, have a nice day.